What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption mystery case. Today, we have the Hermit lady. Now, this mystery is one that's very strange because this mystery is actually going to have two parts, and you're going to find out why on the end of this video. Now, when I first found this Hermit lady, she's up in the upper corner of the map, secluded as hermits do, living on her own. Now, as you see, I peeped in on her because I wanted to try to see if I could sneak up on her. This lady has 3 dogs, and this game depicts real life perfectly, as the 3 dogs she has are hunting dogs with very good sense of smell. So getting closer to her and sneaking up on her is going to be pretty difficult when she always got these dogs on guard. So what I figured that I might try to do, I said, it'll be kind of crazy trying to sneak up on her while she's awake. Let me wait until nighttime to see if she goes to sleep and then try to sneak up on her at night. And as you see, when I came back at night and then I tried to see if she actually went to sleep, this lady is still sitting on the porch rubbing her arm. I'm like, well, damn, what is she doing? Why is she out there all day? So I tried to get a little bit closer, right? Just to see if I can go a different direction. And as I'm trying to go a different direction to get a little bit closer to her, one of the dogs smelled me. And I'm like, God damn. And once the dog smell you, the direction in which the dog starts pointing, she knows you're in that direction. So there's nothing you can do. She's on to you. And now from here, you're going to make the decision of whether you're going to kill her dogs than her, or you're just going to kill her dogs. Now, because this is a mystery, I need to know what's going on with this lady. I can't kill her. So she sicked the dogs on me. The dogs are on their way to come get me. There's nothing I can do. I got to kill these dogs, because if I don't, these dogs are going to kill me. And if I have to start the game over, it's going to put me somewhere too far away from the house. So I said, you know what? I got to take her dogs up out of here. So I waited for the dogs to get a little bit closer to me, and then I took them out one by one. And once I did that, she became very belligerent and just started, letting off shots after shot. Now, she has a really strong gun, so you got to be careful if you trying to catch her to not get hit too many times by the shotgun that she has, because it's a very powerful shotgun. So I said, you know what? Let me just try to figure out how to get a little bit closer to her so I can hog tie her and find out what's going on with this lady. So I, make my way towards her using some trees and some other things for cover. And then I just say, you know what, I got to get there as fast as I can. So I run up on her. She let go. I hog tie her just to stop her from trying to shoot anymore. And then I just kept, redoing the process so I can get close enough. The hog tying is not working. So I say, you know what, let me just tackle this old hag and get her down on the ground so I can hog tie her. Now, what I wanted to do when I hog tied her, a lot of times these players, they'll give you some type of dialogue. Now, I was waiting for her to give me some type of dialogue, something that I can use to understand who she is. And this lady wouldn't say nothing. She would not say anything. She stayed there. And as you see, she's not even trying to struggle to get out. She's just laying there. That's all she does, is lay there. So I'm like, okay, let me look around to see if I see anything that makes me believe that this lady is anything but a person who just wants to get away from society. She's just a hermit. That's all she is. Now, on the line, some people call her a hermit, a witch, and they want to make it a witch. I guess for clicks or views or whatever they want to say, that she's a witch. But actually, in the 1800s, people confused hermits with witches because they both like to live in seclusion and they both like to live in nature. And when you look at this lady, it's easy to believe or think that she actually is a witch just by looking at her. But if you look around, there is nothing that she has on her property to make me believe that she is a witch. You understand? That she would be trying to eat those dogs. She wouldn't be having them dogs as her protectors. She would try to eat them dogs. So that just leads me to believe this lady just wants to know who's coming her way or who's coming at her while she's up here in seclusion. Now, again, I'm sitting here just trying to wait for her to say something. She says nothing. She's just watching me. She's real quiet the whole time that we're inside the house. And I'm looking around again just to see, what's up with this lady? What does she got going on? I'm also trying to inspect the place so that I can add this place to my journal as I go on my way to trying to find more mysteries and, trot through the game. So I say, okay, this lady is not saying anything. I want to take her away from this area and I want to bring her to a town to see how she reacts, because she's not saying anything. So I want to just see if she acts a certain way if I bring her to a town. So after I put her back on the ground, because I need to inspect this place again to get it inside my journal. And once I get it inside my journal, you'll see that Arthur believes that this lady, hermit lady, as you see, and then he says he ran into a hermit lady or witch or whatever. But again, that's from people believing that hermits and witches were the same. So it's just his ignorance in believing that this lady who just wanted to be away from society is a witch. That's the only thing that is. That's Arthur's ignorance to believe that. And the game puts that there, which is, which basically makes Arthur seem human. So calling my horse to get my horse here so me and this lady can get on to the nearest town. And I actually pull up the nearest town to see what's the nearest town that I could take her to. And the closest town that I could take her to is Strawberry. Now, that being because I can take her to the sheriff. And when I take her to the sheriff might say something or might let me know who this is, or she might be on the run. Who knows? This lady could have been on the run. Not only does she want to not be around society anymore, she could also be wanted. We don't know that. So I was trying to, I don't want to give it away what's going to happen at the end. I'm trying to get this lady to the nearest town so I can find out if she's going to respond or act a certain way while we're riding to the closest town possible. So the hermit lady is stowed and placed on the back of Secretariat. And I'm, like I said, going to take her to Strawberry to see how she responds to the people in Strawberry, because she don't want to be a part of society. So how is she going to respond to people? And how is she going to respond when I get her to the sheriff's office? So we're making our way to that area now. Now, I'm also waiting for her to say something while we're on the way there, because a lot of times when you have these people stowed on the back of the horse, they'll also give you some dialogue as well. And while I got her on the back of the horse, she does say to me, "What are you doing, you bastard? Where are you taking me?" So she actually does want to know where I'm taking her and where we're going. She does ask me that question. So I'm just consistently riding to see if she can give me any more dialogue, just something that'll let me know what's going on with her and again, who she is. Up here a little bit, we got to an area where I didn't know what was going on, because I thought that we were actually about to be attacked, because I seen there was some dots that showed that there were enemies in the area. come to find when I came back later that those are actually the O'Driscolls. The O'Driscolls have a camp right there. The camp you see right there on the right. So I'm like, well, damn, I hope they don't see me, because if they do, we're going to be in a shootout and she's going to wind up getting killed. And I don't want that. So I just start picking up the pace to go a little bit faster. I'm like, damn, she lives pretty close to an O'Driscoll's camp. That's kind of crazy, and she wants to be away from people, but that's neither here nor there. So we continue trotting towards Strawberry. Now, here's something that's very interesting, right? I had to cross over a stream. And once I was about to cross over this stream, and you're going to see it here in a little bit, she got really scared, as though she thought I was going to put her in the water. Now, that may go with the witch theory. I don't know. But when I did this right here, when we was crossing, she got really angry because she didn't know what was going on. And I was like, damn, did she think I was gonna put her in the water so she could start melting? I don't know. Automatically, I thought about the scene from The Wizard of Oz. I said, oh shit, I'm melting. What a world. What a world. I'm like, damn, she gonna melt. She is afraid. So, guys, goddamn, as I continue to tell this story, things get a little bit crazy here in a little bit. And guys, listen to me. I did not know. So these dudes try to fucking rob me. Right there, you see she just got hit. She got hit. I didn't know that. I'm sitting there. I'm not looking at her. I'm looking straight ahead so I don't run into anything. By the time I get right up here to this turn, I noticed that Secretariat has blood on his ass. I said, where did that blood come? Then I look at her and she got 2 gunshots in her. I'm like, motherfucker. What in the hell? She's dead. God damn, this messes up the whole mystery. Man, what now? So I continue to try to take it in town to see, at least if I do still bring it in. I know, guys, it's crazy. I know if you show with a dead person, you're going to get people saying, witness this, and you're witnessing that. So I said, let me at least try to bring this lady in the sheriff's office and see what happens. And when I did that, the sheriff got up out his chair like, son, what are you fucking doing with this dead lady up in here? You better put your hands up. Oh, it's going down. And I'm like, God damn it, I just got a lady here. I just want to drop her off to you. Take this whole hag and I'm going to get out of here. And I just started the game over, reloaded it, and went back to her cabin to do a little bit more investigation, because I could have did this before, but again, I didn't want her to leave or anything, so that's why I didn't do it before. So now I'm back at this location. I can do the investigating that I would have done, if I didn't have her here before, or if I had killed her, to find out who she was and what's going on with her. So I just did a little walk around the property again, trying to see, is this lady a witch? What's happening here? Is there a pot of stew? Is there a cat around? Anything that goes with the theme of a witch. And the only thing I found was just a lady with 3 kennels and a bunch of supplies that she has in order to survive out here in the wilderness. Now, a caveat, there was a hunting tree or hunting house a little bit close to this site. I don't know what that's about. I might look into that, but whatever. Let's just get off of that and get back to this. Again, nothing here to say that this lady's a witch. Just a person who has some dogs protecting her from anybody trying to come up here and disturb what she considers to be her peace. So I go inside again. I'm just looking around and it's okay, what did I forget? What didn't I grab? And what didn't I check last time? So I look at the dresser here, her nightstand, And I said, what has she got inside of this nightstand? Let's see. And boom, there's a half of a treasure map inside of her nightstand. And I'm like, one half. So if there's one half, there must be another half to this treasure map. So it's also a message on the back of this treasure map. So I had to flip it over to look at the message. So the message on the back of the treasure map says, threatened daily. Whole world seems ST me. I have for many years and numerous crimes. I'm innocent, fellows, not a liar amongst them. Riding with me, Tyrell, and I'm looking over I am hiding these blue to prove my will be living with, and the Tantum brothers, loyal friends I have left, Tis Miller. So from this letter, this lady seems like she was accused of a crime she didn't commit, and she has been threatened daily for her life. And she's basically saying she lived her life consistently looking over her shoulder. So she is actually running from somebody. She is not up here living away from society. She's hiding. Hence why she has a powerful shotgun and dogs. So if somebody come to get her, she got 3 dogs and she got a powerful shotgun. So she's not living away from society just to live away from society. She's hiding from somebody. So that answers the question that if I actually got to take her into Strawberry and I actually got to, get her amongst some people, how would she have acted? She probably would have went bananas because she don't want to be around anybody because somebody's trying to kill her. Now, the other caveat to this mystery, guys, is the other half of the map. Where is the other half of the map? So I start doing a little bit of digging and I start looking around to see on, Red Dead Redemption Wiki and places like that, where is the other half of this map? And I come to find, and I did not know this, it's crazy how dope and amazing this game is, guys. Oh, shit. Don't let me go in about that. This game is just so crazy. What I come to find is that there is another hermit person. Is a hermit man. And he has a rare shotgun with him. He is located somewhere on top of Ansburg. So I was trying to look for it, and I couldn't find out where it was at in time. So I said, you know what? I'm going to have to do a part 2 to this mystery. Now, you can only get the treasure from the map once you're playing with John. So that's like a 3-part, this is like a 3-part mystery. Because you initially find out who this lady was, who is connected to this man that's above Ansburg, who was initially connected to the treasure that you go get basically once the game is over. So this lady, again, she's connected to something that's very huge, something bigger than what we initially know or we initially understand. There's definitely something bigger, and there's definitely a bigger piece to this puzzle, and we're gonna figure that out, even if it takes this mystery to be given to you in 3 different parts. But yeah, this is part 1, and then we're gonna do a little bit of research and take a little bit of time to figure out where this next hermit is living. We're gonna go spy on him, try to sneak up on him. I don't know if he lives the same way. I've never seen this guy before and didn't even know he was in the game. So I don't know how he's living. And he has a rare shotgun, which means we're going to really have to move in on him quickly as well, or he'll do nothing but, take us out of here too, just as fast as that lady would have with her shotgun. So guys, leave your thoughts in the comments and any suggestions you have as well. I will catch you in the next Red Dead Redemption mystery. Peace out.